Wat zat achter op die pauzeplaat? Ja?
Nee, gewoon op een paar wagens voor de lichten van het 32.
Levitation en één.
So, the testing phase has started. Can you briefly tell us the main goals of this phase?
So the main goals of the testing phase is verifying that all the designs and simulations actually work in real life. The motor needs to be verified that it actually propels, and also all the other different subsystems. We started off with testing, for example, levitation control algorithm on hardware from the previous year, and also the motor, all the different PCBs and all the different little components. Everything has been tested on its own, and now comes the part where we're gonna start bringing everything together. We have a SenseCom department making sensors. That information needs to go to Levitation so they can process that information and adjust the Levitation algorithm based on that. So the goal is to make sure that that happens in unity.
So welcome everyone, welcome to the tent.
Yeah.
It's a little past 1 right now, and we're just finishing up to get ready for the high voltage check. Come on in. So today and yesterday and the day before, we spent a lot of time on cabling, and as you can see, the high voltage cables, they are starting to look nice. So all low voltage checks, they worked, communications worked. Now we're gonna turn on high voltage in probably about 20 minutes, half an hour. Put the pod into the track, and then we'll see. It's too light.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh.
We will be spending a lot of time outside in the tent, where our test track is located.
So, we have workhorses, and then we have Niels.
We're almost ready.
Yeah, almost ready. For
Almost
what?
ready. Then we have a beautiful DH09 ground station. And then we're just sitting here, we can command everything, and then we'll just move.
Tonight's the night.
Tonight
It's gonna
is
happen.
the night, manifest.
Manifest. It's gonna happen.
We will start with levitation tests, so just levitation, and then at first vertical levitation, and then we're going to add lateral levitation. And at first the control algorithm will not be tuned in, so we expect the pod to kind of shake around violently. Yeah, it's supposed to do this at the start, everything can handle it, but it will be a bit tense. Afterwards, we will be doing the propulsion test, so we're just going to put it on its safety wheels with levitation turned off, and then we're going to see if the motor can move forwards and backwards. And while performing all of these tests, we'll start integrating a lot of other components, communication components from SenseCom, or power distribution boards from powertrain. Slowly but surely we will integrate all the parts so we don't do everything at once, and we can focus on the problems that arise from just adding one component.
Good.
Hello, it's 10:15 p.m. We are here at the Delft Hyperloop testing setup, and we are testing tonight. So there are multiple things happening at the same time. Let's get inside, take a look. So up there they're working on the powertrain board. Down here we're trying to make the two motor drives work together. So we have the oscilloscope set up here, the code, and down here the ground station. And then we also have Pablo relaxing here because they turned off our motor drive power, so now we have to wait until it's turned back on so we can keep continuing with the can testing. How's it going, Pablo?
Going good.
Going good.
Harder. Yeah.
How is it going right now with the propulsion tests in the tent?
It's going well. We are having a couple of issues right now. Yesterday we spent 16 hours straight working on solving the issues we have with EMI, electromagnetic interference. Due to this interference, all the communication between the motor drives and the sensors, nothing seems to be working, and we cannot test the motor because we need the communications to work for that. We're working very hard on trying to fix it, but yeah, we're a little bit behind schedule, so we need to hurry up a bit.
Yeah.
Let's go! There you go! Yeah! Woohoo!
Can you walk us through how the levitation testing went?
Yeah, we started off with vertical levitation, and when we just turned on the system, it was really bumpy. You could really feel the ground shake. This was due to a mistake in the control algorithm. So we first fixed that, and then it was on to tuning.
So welcome to the tent. Yesterday evening we spent a lot of time testing levitation, but we ran into some problems. So the problem was that these brackets, they kept sliding up, so the magnets keep on getting closer and closer to the track. So right now, Bram, Wouter and Mike, they are modifying the brackets, making sure they clamp to the beam even tighter so they don't shift anymore. So we're gonna probably have a late night tonight, and then hopefully late this evening or tomorrow morning early, we can finally start testing again. So yeah, let's see if we make it.
And after like 1 or 2 days, we achieved quite stable vertical levitation. So the next step is to also add lateral levitation, and this was a lot easier because it's just a more stable system. After a few more days, we had a full levitating pod.
High voltage on. Levitation enabled.
So now that levitation and propulsion work separately, how do you make them work together?
So now all the subsystems come together. So from the powertrain department, SenseCon, levitation and propulsion, and this is where the fun really starts. Once again, we had a lot of EMI issues. I think we spent 1.5 or 2 weeks digging into the problem once again. We were finally able to really find the root of our problems. So once we fixed that, we could continue, but then we started burning a couple of PCBs again, so we needed to fix them once more. And once everything was fixed, then it was time for the real integration. So we started this process off by turning on full levitation and then turning on the motor on low currents. And then we could tune the levitation algorithm, and then we slowly bumped up the current in small steps, and with this iterative process we kept on tuning the levitation algorithm, and in the end we were able to achieve full levitation, which was really stable together with some decently high currents in propulsion, and I think that was a huge success.
Turning off high voltage. High voltage on.
Turning on levitation.
Turning on the motor drives. Submitting motor parameters. Turning on the motor in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Looking back at the past few months, a sine wave can describe it best. We had some amazing moments with the track being placed, the motor working, levitation working. There were also a lot of low moments with crucial parts breaking or getting lost or other setbacks. We just don't know what can go wrong sometimes. The dedication that our team has showed to solving these problems and working together towards our end goal, yeah, that is something to be really proud of.